Right. So let us start with another session, second session here. Let me just wait for 2 minutes or so that everyone will join back. Meanwhile, you can read the problem and try to understand what is given in the problem. What I was saying is, if you are very clear with the concepts, then you will understand what is given in the problem, what is to be determined, and if you know the methodology, you can use that methodology and you can solve the problem for unknowns. Now in this particular problem, unknowns are damping factor zeta and logarithmic decrement delta. So you'll be able to calculate zeta and damping zeta, that is damping factor or damping ratio, and logarithmic decrement. We should go ahead, let everyone to join back. More than 50% of the students have already joined. Let us wait for everyone so that everyone will understand the methodology for solving the problem. Those who have joined, let us go through the statement and try to solve this problem, which again we will discuss. I will help you to solve it, but meanwhile you can solve. Right. So an instrument vibrates with a frequency of 1 hertz when there is no damping. So this sentence indicates that this is frequency, that is 1 hertz when there is no damping. So it is undamped natural frequency because there is no damping. When damping is provided, frequency of damped vibrations was observed to be 0.9 hertz. Now in the second sentence, when damping is provided, frequency is 0.9 hertz. Now that is FD, natural frequency of damped vibrations, 0.9 hertz. And you can see that natural frequency of damped vibrations is less than natural frequency of undamped vibrations. Here natural frequencies in this problem statement are given in hertz. You can calculate or convert them into radians per second, because this is the expression that will help you to convert from hertz to radians per second. If it is given in hertz, in radians per second, omega d is equal to 2 pi into fd. In radians per second, omega n is equal to 2 pi into fn. What you need to determine, damping factor or damping ratio zeta, logarithmic decrement delta. So I had told you while we were discussing during our classroom sessions, physical classroom sessions, that you need to write down expression for what all you need to determine. So you need to determine zeta, and zeta is equal to C upon Cc, actual damping coefficient upon critical damping coefficient. Delta, logarithmic decrement, delta is equal to delta is equal to 2 pi zeta upon under root 1 minus zeta square. So it is for very sure that if you are able to determine zeta first, you can calculate delta, 2 pi zeta upon under root 1 minus zeta square. Don't use these formulas. This will take much time. Use this. So our job first is to determine zeta, C by Cc. But for that, we should know C and we should know Cc. So Cc is equal to 2m into omega n. Satyajit, is there any question? You have raised the hand. Satyajit Khamkar, roll number 25. Is there any question? You raise the hand. If it is, let me know. Otherwise, we will go ahead. Okay. So, damping factor or damping ratio zeta is equal to C upon Cc. So you should know C as well as you should know Cc. Right? Now, Cc is equal to 2m into omega n. Cc is equal to 2m omega n. For that you should calculate omega n. Omega n is equal to under root k by m, root of stiffness divided by mass. So let us calculate omega n. Tell me value of omega n. Quickly calculate and let me know value of omega n. Omega n is equal to under root k divided by m. What is value of omega n? 6.8 to 6.284. इतकी येते का check करा. Natural frequency in radians per second of undamped vibrations. Under root k divided by m. No, you can calculate here 2 pi fn because you know fn. So 2 pi fn you can calculate and it is equal to 6.284. You can just confirm this answer. Omega n is equal to 2 pi into fn. Fn is given as 1 hertz. 2 pi into 1, 6.284 hertz. Right? So you know omega n. You know mass. Mass is known to you? I guess mass is not known to you. Mass is not known. Right. So omega n is 6.284 hertz. Now you need to know mass. Okay. But let us do one thing now. Correct. Nikhil correct. Omkar correct. Let us do one thing now. We have to find out. Aniket Sawan 8.28. It is wrong. 6.28. Right. So okay, that is enough now. It's enough. So we can calculate omega d if fd is known, that is 5.66 radians per second. We can calculate omega n because fn is known, multiplied with 2 pi, you get it equal to 6.284. And now use this expression. Omega d is equal to omega n into under root 1 minus zeta square. Omega d, natural frequency of damped vibrations, is equal to omega n into under root 1 minus zeta square. Let me know value of zeta. Calculate kara zeta. Omega d माहिती है 5.66. Omega n माहिती है 6.28. Calculate zeta and write down in the chat box. Calculate zeta and let me know. Calculate zeta. What is answer for zeta? What is value of zeta? Write down. Zeta is equal to how much? Calculate and let me know. Write down the answer. You can calculate zeta because omega d is known, omega n is known. Calculate and let me know the answer. And once zeta is known, you can calculate C because you can calculate CC. Calculate zeta from this expression. Calculate CC from this expression. No, M is not given. M is not given. So what you need to do? Zeta you can calculate. Zeta is equal to C upon CC. Calculate that and let me know. C upon CC. So what is value of zeta? Okay, calculate and let me know. You need to calculate. If you calculate it correctly, your answer will be correct. So if you calculate zeta and then calculate, how we'll be able to find out C here? Okay, not required. Not required to calculate C and CC because you have to calculate zeta. And zeta is equal to 0.43. Your answer is correct, Harshal. Instead of doing all this, you can calculate zeta directly from this expression. Omega d is known, omega n is known, zeta is equal to 0.43, 0.436. You got your first answer. Not necessary to calculate C and CC. Not required, because in the problem you only have been asked to determine zeta, damping factor. So answer for first unknown, damping factor, is 0.43. Why others are not calculating? Calculate zeta and let me know. Write back with your answer. What is zeta, everyone? What is value for zeta? Calculate. I should get answer from everyone. 0.433. Correct. So that is what I am waiting. I am waiting for your answer for zeta. And zeta is the first thing that is asked. Correct, Nikhil? You are not required to calculate actual damping coefficient C and critical damping coefficient CC. Not required, because we can directly get zeta, that is damping factor or damping ratio. Aniket, correct. So we got first answer. Sairaj, correct. Second, Prajwal, correct. Now, second, logarithmic decrement. Logarithmic decrement, use this expression. Delta is equal to 2 pi zeta divided by under root 1 minus zeta square. You know zeta, 2 is constant, pi is constant. Calculate delta and write down your answer in the chat box. How much is delta? Write down your answer. First you determined omega d, then omega n, then you calculated zeta, damping factor or damping ratio. Then by knowing damping factor or damping ratio zeta, you can calculate delta, that is logarithmic decrement, because logarithmic decrement is equal to 2 pi into zeta divided by under root 1 minus zeta square. Harshal, correct. Delta is equal to 3. Others also, please write back with your answer. Others also should come back or revert back or respond with their answers. Remaining few are calculating and writing their answers. I want everyone to calculate. Hitesh, good. Aditya, Prajwal, I want everyone to calculate. 2.99. Okay. Suyash, I want everyone to calculate this. Calculate zeta as well as delta. I expect everyone to calculate so that you will be habitual and familiar with the kinds of problems in Shambhuraj, Aman, with the kinds of problems in the vibration. There is problem based on number of springs connected in series, springs connected in parallel. There is a problem on calculating logarithmic decrement. There is a problem based on calculating damping factor, damping ratio. Pratiksha, right? Others also should write. Shrishel, Shubham Mane, correct. Abhishek Aminkar, Saurabh Bhosle. Answers are correct. I hope you are calculating and then writing digit 3. Answer is there in front of you. You need to do it on your own and confirm. Adinath, correct. You need to calculate on your own and confirm that answer is correct. Okay. Pranali, correct. So I think almost everyone is calculating and then your answers are correct here. So in this particular problem, only damping factor and logarithmic decrement were asked to calculate, and that we have calculated. Let me wait for 1 more minute so that I can see response or rather responses from remaining students. I could not see few names here. Those are there in the list. There are students in the list, but I cannot see their answers here. So let me see their answers also. Please write back your answers in the chat box. Write your answers in the chat box. I am waiting for one or 2 minutes so that you can write your answers. Remaining students, write your answers for zeta and delta so that we can go ahead to solve next problem. Right. One thing I should repeat here for your benefit, that Avinash 3, Shivraj, Vivek, Sandesh Pawar, Prabhat Bhui. Good. Rohit, Chinmay, Pranay, Anagha, Snehal, Utkarsha, Pranali. Good. Right. It is enough now. So we'll go ahead to solve another problem now. But before that, I just would like to remind you for your benefit that some of you have written your name which is not possible to identify. So your attendance will be difficult to mark here. It is difficult to mark your attendance if your name is not proper, and you must register with your proper name which is there on your roll call list. That is mandatory. No name other than that is allowed to register for these sessions. That was communicated to you. So correct yourself immediately. Right. Nikhil Shinde, you have any problem? Let me know if it is so. Nikhil Shinde, is there any doubt? Is there any doubt, Nikhil? Okay. Let's solve this example now. Mass of a single degree damped vibrating system is 7.5 kg and makes 24 free oscillations in 14 seconds when disturbed from its equilibrium position. The amplitude of vibration reduces to 0.25 of its initial value after 5 oscillations. Determine stiffness of the spring, logarithmic decrement, damping factor, ratio of system damping to critical damping, that is actual damping to critical damping. So who is this who has registered with this name? It is quite easy to identify it. So afterwards, you should not face any problem. Who is this? Who has registered with this name? Let me know who is that person. Let us know who is that person who has registered with that unknown name. Otherwise, we will find it out. We'll do that. We'll find out who is that person. We'll find it out. No problem.
सर प्रत्येक लेक्चर मध्ये असते.
So mass of a single degree damped vibrating system is 7.5 kg, that is m is given 7.5 kg and makes 24 free oscillations in 14 seconds when disturbed from its equilibrium position. Amplitude of vibration reduces to 0.25 of its initial value after 5 oscillations. Determine stiffness of the spring, logarithmic decrement and damping factor. Ratio of the system damping to critical damping is to be determined. Now one who has registered with that name, unknown name, I will give one chance so that he or she can declare that he or she has registered with that name. Otherwise, I am going to find out. I will come to know who is that person, and then I'll come to that person. It is quite easy for today's session. There are 54 students present for today's session. I know each and every student's name. For example, I would tell you Nikhil Shinde, roll number 1, Satyajit Khamkar, roll number 25, Sanket Khamkar, roll number 5, Utkarsh Kulkarni, roll number 9, Hitesh Ahire, roll number 28, Anagha, roll number 17, Snehal Patil 20. This was just an example to tell. So it is quite easy to identify that person. It is better that that person contact me and let me know who is that. Otherwise, now it is quite easy for me to do that. I can do that. Very simple. There are 53 students present for today's session. And all other students I can identify. Those who are there in the participant list. Right? Okay. So in this problem, mass of a single degree damped vibrating system is given here. Ironman. Okay. We'll do that. No problem. Remaining 51 can be identified. These two can be done. And then there are various, I personally, for me, it is not a problem because I can identify every student with his known name and roll number. And apart from that also, there are other ways to find it out, even if it is for others case. But for me, it is not a problem because I know every student. Mass is given 7.5 kg, 24 free oscillations in 14 seconds. When disturbed from its equilibrium position, amplitude of vibration reduces to 0.25 of its initial value after 5 oscillations. Determine stiffness of the spring, logarithmic decrement, damping factor, ratio of system damping to critical damping. So let us see one by one what all is given. Mass of the system is given 7.5 kg and it is written very clearly in the beginning, mass of a single degree damped vibrating system. So it is case of damped vibrations. Damping is there in the system. Mass is m, 7.5 kg, makes 24 free oscillations in 14 seconds. This is important. It makes 24 free oscillations in 14 seconds. It means natural frequency is not directly given, but number of oscillations are given and number of seconds is given. And frequency is number of oscillations 24 divided by number of seconds, that is time period 14. So you can find out natural frequency cycles per second. Cycles or oscillations 24. Time in seconds is 14, 1.7. So directly natural frequency is not given, but you need to calculate. Next part, amplitude of vibration reduces to 0.25 of its initial value. Amplitude of vibration reduces to 0.25 of its initial value after 5 oscillations. It means there is damping in the system and amplitude reduces to 0.25 of its initial value. Means what? Try to understand this. It means that if amplitude is 1 initially, then after 5 oscillations it reduces to 1/4. After 5 oscillations it reduces to 0.25, that is 1/4, right? You need to determine stiffness of the spring, logarithmic decrement, damping factor, ratio of the system damping to critical damping. This means after 5 oscillations, amplitude reduces to 0.25. If it is 1 in the beginning, after 5 oscillations, it is 0.25 of initial value. 1/4. Let's say it is 1/4. Let's see this natural frequency. Natural frequency in hertz you can determine 24/14. Convert it to natural frequency in radians per second. 2 pi into Fn. 10.7 radians per second. Stiffness of the spring you can determine Fn in hertz. Omega n in radians per second. 10.7. Hitesh, you would like to say something? Hitesh? Okay. Natural frequency in hertz you can calculate, then convert it to natural frequency in radians per second, then calculate stiffness. Natural frequency in radians per second is equal to under root k by m. Here s is used in place of k. Omega n square is equal to k by m or s by m. S is stiffness, or we have used k for stiffness. Omega n is known, m is known. M is 7.5 kg, omega n is 10.7. You can calculate stiffness k, right? You can find out k, 860 Newton per meter. Omega n is known, mass is known. You can calculate stiffness. Then find out logarithmic decrement. Now logarithmic decrement is equal to, you need to use this expression for logarithmic decrement. Logarithmic decrement delta is equal to log to the base e x1 divided by x2. But here you can see that x1 by x6 is given. See, amplitude at the end of 5 oscillations is given as 0.25 of amplitude at the beginning of first oscillation. So this is amplitude at 0th oscillation, first oscillation, second oscillation, third oscillation, no, fifth oscillations are given. Na? Okay, amplitude at the beginning of first oscillation, amplitude at the end of 0th oscillation, second oscillation, first oscillation, second oscillation, third oscillation, fourth oscillation, and this x6 is amplitude at the end of fifth oscillation. 0th oscillation, here first oscillation is completed, second oscillation is completed, third, fourth, and fifth. And ratio of amplitude at 0th oscillation to fifth oscillation, amplitude at the 0th oscillation and 5th oscillation is given as 1 by 4. So amplitude reduces 1 by 4 after completing 5 oscillations. So it is written in this way: x1 by x6 is equal to x1 by x2, x2 by x3, x3 by x4, x4 by x5, x5 by x6. x2 will get cancelled, x3 will get cancelled, x4 will get cancelled, x5 will get cancelled. So ultimately expression will remain x1 divided by x6 only, right? So which means that x1 by x2 is x1 by x6 is equal to x1 by x2 raised to 5, because x1 by x2 is equal to x2 by x3 is equal to x3 by x4 is equal to x4 by x5 is equal to x5 by x6. Let us use this information here, and therefore x1 by x2, which is equal to x1 by x6 raised to 1 by 5. Out of this, you don't know x1 by x2. What is x1 by x2? Ratio of two consecutive amplitudes. But you know ratio of amplitude at the beginning of first oscillation and at the end of fifth oscillation. x1 by x6 is 1 by 4 or 0.25. That is known to you. It is raised to 1 by 5 is equal to x1 by x2 is equal to x1 by x6 raised to 1 by 5. So it is equal to 1 by 32. Now you know x1 by x2, that is ratio of two consecutive amplitudes. So let us use expression for delta log to the base e ratio of two consecutive amplitude. We have just got this value x1 by x2, 1.32. Use it here. You will get delta is equal to 0.28. So that is how you can solve this example. Now next thing that you need to determine is damping factor. What you need to determine? Stiffness of the spring we have determined, logarithmic decrement delta we have determined, ratio of the system damping to critical damping, that is zeta, we have to determine, and that is nothing but damping factor or damping ratio. So we have to yet determine damping factor or damping ratio, that is nothing but ratio of system damping to critical damping. So let's see how to do that. So what is zeta? It is quite simple here. Delta is known to you. So delta is equal to 2 pi zeta divided by under root 1 minus zeta square. Let me just write here. Let me just take it from there. Okay, let me just come back. And let us take this expression. You can use same expression here also. Right. So use this expression here. Delta is equal to, use this expression for delta. Delta is equal to 2 pi zeta divided by under root 1 minus zeta square. You know delta. Only unknown is zeta. Solve this equation for zeta. Delta is known, 2 is constant, pi is constant, unknown is zeta. Solve it for zeta. You will see that you will get answer for zeta. Okay? Right? So this is how you can find out damping. Got it? Or damping factor rather. After solving this equation, you'll be able to get answer for damping factor. So this is the way you need to solve number of examples. Now I have shared you 2 more problems here. Try to solve these problems. These are of the similar nature. And let me know if you have any difficulty. This is one problem, solution is also given here. Try to solve it on your notebook. This is one problem, solution is given. You can solve it here, right? These 2 problems you try to solve. Problem given, data as well as solution is given. Solve it and let me know your answers during tomorrow's session, next session rather, and then let me know if there are any difficulties. You can write down your questions or doubts on WhatsApp group, right? We'll stop here today. I will let it to you now. We can conduct one more lecture. So you communicate me on WhatsApp group when we can have that extra lecture, tomorrow and day after tomorrow. If we can have it, if we have to conduct it tomorrow, when we should conduct it. If day after tomorrow we have to conduct it, when to conduct that lecture. So we will have one more lecture. Please communicate the timing, time at which we should conduct that one more lecture, so that we'll be able to finish. You can communicate the time at which one more lecture can be conducted, because we have finished our regular lectures. We had conducted one extra lecture on one day. We will do one more, we'll conduct one more extra lecture, and then that is how we will end. So I'm waiting for you to communicate me the time, right? Thank you. There are last 5 minutes now. We will end this meeting, and we have solved 2-3 problems today. 2 more problems are given in the course notes. You can try to solve them. You need to solve varieties of problems, and then accordingly you can practice more number of problems, right? Let us just wait